Hey you! Welcome to the Diary of a CEO. This video today, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet as possible. My videos are always filled with love, and I hope you always feel amazing after watching it. So I always try to film my videos with sweetness, but I'll try to compact it a little bit. Just because I do have some other stuff that I do need to do, but I just had to make this video for you guys today and for all of us. So not just you guys, but myself as well, just trying to get back into the groove of connecting and building that structure again. So I just want to tell you all that it is okay to live. You deserve to live. And you deserve to feel like you are able to be alive. Not just live because you're like, okay, I was told I need to get out. You need to feel alive. It's about what you are able to take away from these experiences, from this mind shift, from these perspectives. Well, it's about the perspective you have from these experiences. Even when you are in a moment of stillness or you are letting loose a little bit and living life. Because all of this is a part of living life, but you have to know it. And you should be able to feel alive within it. Because you're a human at the end of the day. That is your one job on this earth. We create all these different jobs and all these rules and stuff that we put on ourselves. But your one job is really just to live and be alive while doing it. Everything else will always follow. So I just wanted to say, give a personal note. I was watching Jadina's video today. I watch her every time she posts. She inspires me. She reminds me so much of myself. So if you watched my previous videos, you know how much I absolutely idolize her. She said that in a video she made today, she was just like, and get out the house. Don't just stay at home. And that one line she said really inspired me just to get up. Just to get out the house, go for a walk. Get in a different environment. And it's not just because I'm doing that thing. It's because I am being intentional with that thing. I'm able to identify all the importance in it and live in it and be okay because I am intentional and accepting of my process and everything that is along this journey with me. So I got up, I got on my workout outfit, and I went for a walk. I went to a couple stores because I did need a couple things, but it could have waited. But I'm like, you know what? I just want a different scenery. Because I work in a store, so I never go to stores. I'm off for a couple days, so I'm like, it's not about going to the store because, excuse my language, but I hate shopping. I literally hate shopping. So I wasn't there to shop. I was there to just shift. I was there to shift. My perspective is open enough to accept that shift and take that initiative to even get out the house, but to also identify the importance of what comes with it is just getting that different scenery, just not feeling like I have to trap myself in the house doing work all the time, being on Zoom calls 24/7, it's not just building a business or building your career path. You're building life. You're building a bigger and better life for you and yours, the ones you want to do it for. And we don't realize how much we are trapping ourselves trying to make this one thing work. And we feel like we only have to do this one thing. But let me tell you, you are able, we try to do this one thing to make everything work. But what we need to realize is that we can do a little bit of everything in order to really be able to put life and love into our craft. Not just blood, sweat, and tears into it, but love and life. Because whatever we are working on, that is only a thing. That may be only an object. That may be only a tool. It literally could only just be a career, a position, a job. You make the thing. Without you, it would just be a thing. And that's why I always call it a thing. You are what puts life into that. So if you are the one, how can I word this? If you are the one not putting life into yourself while trying to do this one admiring thing that we feel like we need to spend all our time on, then what is it really? What are you really doing? You have to put life into yourself in order to put everything else into what your craft. Trust me, like, and I wanted to say this, like, and I was also saying, like, you know, in the moment of stillness, like I was talking about in my last video, meditation, all of these really are important, but it only matters if your perspective matches that importance. It's about your perspective is literally the importance, because if not, whatever you're doing, you're just going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is a waste of time. I need to get out of this funk. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just need to do what I'm called to do. And that is okay, because you're human, and it is okay not to be okay, but you need to find the okay and not okay. And that is the intention, being intentional about that. You don't have to fix the problems that may be occurring. You just have to fix your perspective. You need to shift it. All you need to do is those thoughts that are in your head and probably what you're spewing out loud, that you're saying, oh my gosh, this is a waste of time. I'm in, all this negativity. All you need to do is say the opposite of that. Say, wow, it's not really that I'm stuck, or that I feel like I'm wasting my time. It's that my perspective was limited. I was kind of being one-track minded about what this whole thing. So, and once you are able to, it takes a minute probably for you to actually really feel that and believe it, but it's true. It's true. And I think we all know that, but we don't really feel it, and it's kind of hard to believe it when we can't really identify that feeling, but it's just a knowing fact in the back of our minds, but it won't matter if we can't really apply it to our lives and everything about our lives. So, I was going to say something else, but, so yeah, it's just getting out, getting a breath of fresh air. Just stepping physically outside of that norm too, like literally physically taking yourself outside of your home. My home is kind of my workspace now because I'm getting into the remote industry. So that's just one example. But if you have a physical workplace, you are set to be in, to keep striving for more of what X thing, that is fine. But you're striving for this thing or these things, but if it was the thing that was the only thing that mattered, you wouldn't need to strive that hard for it. You are what matters, not that thing. You have to put life, you have to put success into this. You are the one that has to make it happen. So don't you think you matter too in the process of it all? So get out the house, let loose a little bit. Don't feel like you have to be cramped up in all of it. And it's about being intentional. So even if you do step outside the house, if you do go out with friends, or if you do take a walk, whatever it is, if you just felt like you needed to do it because you had to, not because you feel like it was right and because you deserve it, and you just feel like now you're wasting time, then it's not going to matter. So, and I do want to touch on another key point. Like, although being intentional, yes, it starts with being intentional. But guys, when you are meditating, when you are reflecting on yourself internally, and just what when you step outside of your current space, your current and constant space, whether that's getting out or staying in the house, but just being still, when being intentional about that and being accepting and not beating yourself up for stepping outside of that current, that that current force, you start to realize things that you weren't initially thinking of. When you actually remove yourself from it and kind of just look at like, wow, I've really been in the zone. I didn't realize how much I was burning myself out. I didn't realize this and that. So it also helps you if you want to fix a problem, because I know it's like if you want to fix problems in life, of course it is with being intentional and being accepting and knowing that it's okay. But if you really want to physically fix problems, you kind of got to know the problem. And you got to be willing to step into the solution. And sometimes that is really reflecting. That's, well, hey, first, if you want to fix a problem, first, you got to you got to want to step into the solution even before you try to fix the problem. Because I hope that made sense. But for you to even be able to realize the problem, you have to kind of remove yourself from that zone, step outside of it, and realize stuff you didn't when you were just crammed and your mind was all consumed of that thing. So this is why it's important to get out the house, do something different so that your mind can really process what you haven't realized in that moment. You know, because you've been so consumed with that one thing, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and then also I did want to touch on, you can get out the house, you can sit at home, rest, lay down, meditate. Yes. Combine it all into one. Don't just feel like you have to do one or the other. Do it at your own pace. Do it however you want to. Just do it tailored to you and whatever makes the most sense to you. But also just inviting love and life into that space. Inviting, like, for me, my workspace is my home because I'm getting into the remote industry. So although I don't have friends, but if I wanted to invite friends or maybe not, maybe if I just wanted to dance, turn on some music and dance and just let loose, you know, this is also the same place where I constantly am consumed with work. I'm always working. But then I also find that balance, that importance in doing something different within that same space that I am putting blood, sweat, tears, and time into. So this also helps me to put into that balance and that love and life into myself in order to put that heart joy and real work and actually turn that into success within my craft, onto my craft. Because I poured it into myself. When you are able to give what you were trying to give, when you are able to receive what you are trying to give, because I meant to say when you are trying, what you want to give, you're giving to yourself. You are able to do so much and provide so much abundantly because you are within that. You are within what you want to give out, what you want to make whole. You are already within that, you know, if that makes sense. You're not leaving any empty holes or rough patches or anything. Like, there's no patches to patch up. You have filled that space pouring into yourself. So work is inevitable. So whenever you do work, now that you know that you've tried to make it work for yourself, within yourself, and really be at peace and step outside of that comfort zone and know that it's okay and be intentional and be accepting of your time and yourself, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. So bring joy, bring life and love into the spaces that you consume yourself with work in. You know, maybe invite people over, have a get together, make something, or, you know, like whatever it is, it all ties together. It all ties together. So I wanted to keep this kind of short. I hope it made sense. I am taking my own advice. I had to go take a walk. I just had to get out of this house for a little bit because I just had to remind myself, I'm like, DNayzia, you deserve to live. You are worthy of living. And you are worthy and worth it to know what it feels like to live, which is being alive. And I can see that. I can identify it because I am intentional about that. I'm accepting about that. You know, for me to be able to even to realize it and step into it before I even did the activity, before I even went outside and took a walk or went to that store, like I was able to identify it because I am always intentional no matter what I am doing. So whenever you have your busy days, whenever you are working long days, for long periods of time, that is fine. But at least you are intentional about it and you know when to balance it out, not for that thing, but for yourself. So that you can be even better for yourself within that thing while you're doing that thing. And this is all a part of peace. Peace isn't just a place, it is also a perspective. It is your perspective. It's not about that position. It's not about that person. It's not about whatever. It's about your perspective and how you are being intentional of how you treat yourself and how you matter too. When you work on yourself, you pour into yourself, you got everything else, you know? And even when it doesn't seem like everything else is working out, you are able to find solutions and you are able to feel okay, more better about it, and not just feeling like your whole world is crashing down because you're not solely depending on that thing for your happiness or for you to receive abundance or whatever you were trying to receive, because it is already within. You know how to give it to yourself because you already are. You know, you know that it's okay to take a break. You know that it's okay to breathe. Because it's never you. It's never that thing. It's you. You know? And you should also be able to separate yourself from that thing too, okay? You don't want to consume yourself and intertwine with it like that thing is your body and you're just the mind of the body. No, okay? You are your own person. You are the creator of your own reality. So you need to create love and life into that as well. Incorporate it. And that's why I feel like we try to work ourselves to the ground so much too, and we don't realize, especially if you're not being intentional about it, that's why we overdo it and overwork, because we never feel like it's enough. We never feel like it's enough. And even when we do achieve success and what our goals are, even when we do achieve those things, we always work towards more. We can't even enjoy it. We don't even feel like we should because there's more to do, which there is. And that's okay. Do it. But you need to be it. Be the work. Be the work on yourself while trying to work on that thing. I didn't say become the job, become that position. Become what you're trying to achieve from that position. Become the success. Become the peace. Become the abundance. How are you going to give it to yourself? Separating yourself from that thing and being able to know that it doesn't stop at that career and that you are so much more powerful and more important than what you are constantly pouring into. Because guess what? It's you pouring into that thing. So the fact that you even have that in you and that you can create such value, guess where it came from? Within. So don't ever lose sight of it. Create more of that by getting out the house. Being okay with being in a still moment in life when you don't feel at your best and you just need to rest, and be intentional. It's about that perspective. It's not just a place. It's not just an activity. It's a perspective. It's a perspective. Okay? So, and even when you're doing like whatever you're doing, I think I made this video longer than I wanted to, but it's okay. So, yeah, even when you're doing anything else, when you're working on that thing that you're doing, when you have created this moment of a safe haven within you, and you are much more accepting and intentional about yourself. Even when you're just having a hectic schedule and, you know, you're just doing a lot of things that you might not physically be in a stillness. You may not physically feel like you can meditate and be in that calming state. Your mind is able to process and handle all these different changes and all these different chaotic things that might be going on physically in the external world outside of your body, because you have created this safe haven, this peace within that you always hold on to no matter what. And that is something you'll never lose unless you let go of it, and unless you do not give yourself the permission to create it. Because if you've ever lost it, because it's already within, but if you've ever lost it, it's okay to create it. It's okay to find it again, to seek it, and just to know, just to believe, just to feel that you deserve it, because you do. And that's true, okay? That's the truth. So I'm gonna stop there. I hope this made sense. I'm trying to make sense of it in my head as well. I just had to make this video today. I am so grateful to be on this journey with you all. I am living my life and finding out and learning so much as I'm trying to speak life unto you all. Every time I'm doing something, the topics that I am speaking on, I always like to be doing that thing to be a real example. So I did want to make a video while I was walking and all that, but I was on a call with trying to renew my health insurance and all that. So, you know, I was kind of busy, but that will not be the last time I'll go walking. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So, I'll probably record the day after that because it's supposed to be nice. But whenever I go walking again, I'll try to record. I am trying to kind of shorten, like, I'm one thing at a time. And this is what I mean when being intentional about not only what you do, but what you say. I was going to say I have anxiety. I feel anxiety. I feel anxious when I'm in public and I got a camera and I'm trying to talk to a phone and all that. I'm a newfound YouTuber, so I'm new to this whole thing. So I'm trying to get into the habit of it, but I got to realize that it's okay to be uncomfortable and step into that to create something beautiful, and also to create that and onto you guys, onto my channel. I love to give advice where I am an example, not just explaining it, but showing proof and an example of it. So that's why I didn't record or nothing while I'm in the stores, but next time, which will probably be Wednesday, I'll record, and there's a beautiful lake right there at the park, so I'm gonna record there, and I don't know what it's gonna be about, but that's a goal that I'm going to try, that I'm going to do, and not just in a way of like, oh my gosh, you need to work, you need to do this, but more of just more fulfilling that myself from within, so I can speak that out onto you guys, so you can see how that look and you can really feel it. And hopefully you are able to be able to know that it is okay to step outside of that comfort zone and create real life. Realize your beautiful life that you have already been living. You just weren't able to really feel alive in it. So it's a part of realizing the beautiful life that you already have, creating more of it, you know, and really living in it. And that's really feeling alive and believing that it's possible. So, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of scrambling now. This video was longer than I wanted it for it to be. But I'm happy I made this. And here I am, my authentic self. I am trying to show you guys the realness and rawness of this journey. So, as I'm speaking to you all, I'm also speaking to myself too. We are in this path together. Thank you for watching this video. You found me and I found you too. If this video correlates with you in any way, please drop a comment below. YouTube took away the comment section. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna try to figure that out. But I always put my LinkedIn in my description box. So if you ever want to connect with me through there, ask any questions, give any comments, connect, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I will be sure to connect back with you guys, reach back out. Yes, you know, especially because we're starting small. I only have like one person on my channel, so. But I am so, I guess that's the beauty in it. It's probably like, someone called me, so it messed with my video. But yes, that's the beauty in it. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's the beauty in it, starting with just one person and eventually watching my channel grow as I really try to speak life onto all you guys' different lives and how we can combine it into one, which is just peace and love within yourself, to be able to do all these other amazing things, which is, you know, start a business, expand your business, get into a job that you've been wanting to, anything that you aspire. It all starts within, because you already are it. You already have it. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video in particular, it really speaks to you, please give this video a like, because this came to you out of love and from love. If you want more videos like this and so much more, in the most authentic, like in my most authentic self that I am really being on this channel, because I want you guys to be the same and not be ashamed of it. So subscribe for more. This will definitely not be the last, and I do have previous videos like this as well. So there is so much more to come, and I am so happy to be sharing it all with you and just seeing how we can just grow from each point on. Thank you so much for watching. I already said this, but you found me. I found you too. I am looking forward to seeing you in the future.